Carter with The Same Mind by Mother Wisdom Tree. Your beauty taunts me by day, and in curiosity I touch the intimate engagement. I learn to trust. Our casual contact intoxicates me. There's an internal commune. We become one. You open your doors to me. Eternal darkness. I become your pawn. A lot of folks say it's wicked that you trick your spectators, and they say it's not fair. You say it's justified. You share your lair. Yet your beauty is wicked, and that you were created for just that. But it must be respected now and forever. Always know that that's a fact. Aconite. Aconite. Scientific name, Aconitum Nepalis. Nickname, Monkshood, Wolfbane, Leopard's Bane, Devil's Helmet, Blue Rocket. It's found in Europe and to America. It must be respected. Welcome to the age of Aquarius, where we're going back to a time where your trust now must be in us little handicrafters. Hospitals will become graveyards, and you will have to trust in people like myself, root workers, herbalists, witches, alchemists, priests and priestesses. The way it was in ancient times is quickly approaching us as the elites feverishly work hard to keep up the grid as they put transmission lines in the ground because the grid is falling. They're working hard because they know the end is here. They're hoping to remain on top, but unbeknownst to them, that it is already done in the spiritual realm, that their gods are dismantled and dethroned. And the ancient gods are taking over from where they left off. And that there's nothing physically that can be done about any of this. We're going to need you people to stop bickering and going back and forth and concentrate on your trades. They're counting on you African Americans to always dance. And I'm not talking about dancing with a purpose and with rituals. I'm talking about around here just dancing just to shut, just, I don't know. It has no purpose, okay? No, back in ancient times we danced because we wanted rain from the gods, favor from the gods, continued vitality to exist from the gods. So we will not be exterminated or go extinct. So we work hard to please the gods, to please the ancestors. Ancestral worship is the first. It's quickly approaching us. Hello? Herbalists were feared. Conjure men and women were feared. Root workers were feared because if you needed them and you couldn't trust them, it was your demise. If you walked away and didn't go to them for their help, it was still your demise. We're going back to that. The power will be in the mystics. The power will be in the mystics. The celebrities will be the mystics. Can't you see it happen right now? Happening right now. Everybody is doing it. I came here in 2008, the first black witch here, and began the spiritual community that you're in right now. Go to the Mother Wisdom channel on a desktop or a laptop only. You'll see it go down 2008. And I'm proud of so many of you all. But at the same time, too, I must admonish those who are arguing and going back and forth. We don't have time for that. It's all about your studies and your practices, because hospitals will become graveyards, and you're going to have to know what you're dealing with, because you're going to be birthing babies. You're going to be sitting down here taking care of high blood pressure and all of the other ailments, because pharmaceutical companies are going out of business. Aconite. Watch out for it. The flowers hang. They never touch the sun. They don't, because they don't favor necessarily the light. They favor the darkness. We talked about that, remember? These are your deadly nightshades. Even though you say they're beautiful and you say they're wicked, because if you happen to come up on it and touch it or eat it and you don't know what's going on, you die. It happened to Andre Noble. But you need to understand, you gotta respect it. You just don't go out like he did on a hiking trip and just pick it up and just eat it. Eat things that you don't know anything about. In Europe, during the Victorian age, a servant was ordered to go out and get horseradish, and they brought back aconite instead. Two guests died at the table. The others were severely injured. What it does, it stops you from breathing. It causes respiratory failure. Also, it will stop your heart from beating. There's no good nor bad, no evil, no wicked in this plant. It is just a plant that has a purpose. And if you don't know the purpose, you can't just go out and eat it. If you do not necessarily know what you're picking, wait till it flowers. I always pick flowers and roots when they flower. That's the best way to identify any plant, not necessarily by its leaves, because this plant mimics other plants that are safe that we eat. You know, you got two plants. You got the plant of the light, one of the darkness, and they can look exactly alike. Good plants tend to face the sun. They're letting you know, I'm light, sunflower. Now, don't get me wrong. After so long, the sunflower bows. It bows down to let you know, I'm ready for harvesting and fruit. Hello? But aconite never bows. Never faces the sun. It always bows. Nightshades always bow down. And that's your warning. Do not touch. So I want you all to remember that. I thought about women that choose to kill and to murder. They say that the choice of a woman is usually to poison. I'm not saying that she can't get violent with knives, guns, and other weapons or whatever, But they say most times she chooses to poison because she's in charge of the cooking and or what have you. You understand? So she has a lot of power. The cook has a lot of power. And it made me think about my aunt. My aunt had a couple, some say two, some say three, different husbands, and they all died. That's why they call them what? The widow. And people are kind of thinking that she poisoned her husbands. I know my aunt would always have green potatoes in her house. But I'm not going to hold this video up with that, okay? But I just thought about it, there are a lot of people, a lot of cooks back in the times when black people were indentured servants, and some people, you didn't have to be just black, it was white people also that were also servants that no one ever talk about. But at any rate, they had a lot of power because they could, a good root worker or whatever, a woman that knows her roots, or a man that knows her roots would know how to pick certain flowers to either keep these people at a situation where they're giving them favor and giving them the things that they want, you know what I mean? Being kind to them or what have you, all the way to the point of just, killing them. Disclaimer, YouTube, I'm not telling anyone to kill anybody. I'm just educating people on the different plant lives. And I will be doing a lot of these. So this one right here is all about aconite. Aconite, which contains an alkaloid. And alkaloids, what they do is they stop your respiratory system and your heart from beating. It does a lot of, it works on the central nervous system. And so this is what I want to talk about, because if a woman was cooking in her kitchen and she got a hold to this and she put it in food for her man, toxicology reports would not be able to necessarily reveal that. They can just say, he had a large amount of alkaloids in his system, and eventually call it a natural death of some kind. But he wouldn't find pharmaceuticals in there. Okay? Could say accidental poisoning. He went out somewhere and he ate something and it made him sick or her sick, however it goes, or what have you. Because a lot of people have died at the hands of people who know about these type of plants. Which makes me also think of that frog in the jungle, that yellow frog, you know what I mean? They use a lot of those poisons and stuff to poison arrows to do hunting too. Just to touch it will kill a person, or to lace bullets or arrows with it would cause trouble to the person. Now I looked at these names and stuff, and I did a little research on these names, like wolfbane. They called it wolfbane because it was thought that they went hunting with aconite to kill wolves, be that it be a bow and arrow or poisonous bullets. Also wolfbane because some people were said to actually turn into wolves when they ate a wolf, took a certain amount or a certain dose of wolfbane. Scientifically they might say, because it causes different issues with the respiratory system, and the effects of it would make the people look and appear to be like werewolves. Leopard's bane, because once again they were hunting. They did a lot of hunting, and to ensure a good kill, they will poison arrows and bullets. The leopards during hunting season. Devil's helmet, because the flower actually looks like a helmet, and we associate all bad things with the devil. Lots of people lost their family members to these plants, and they gave them nicknames of such. And blue rocket, Because when you see when you see the word rocket or hear the word rocket, we always think about something propelling us quickly out of here towards the heavens or what have you. So blue rocket could be that somebody knew a safe dose to get high off of it, to trip off of it. You understand what I'm saying? Some people probably took tiny doses and stuff like that to get LSD effects. You understand? You always gonna have your trippers. You understand? So that name Blue Rocket, because the flower is blue, and it beamed you on off to Scotty, depending on how much of it you took. And I'm trying to quickly do this because I had already done this already, and it's extended out to 40 minutes, and I had to get rid of it to scale it down. Well, at least the spirits wanted me to do so. Respect your root workers. Respect them. Any forms of mystics out there, you understand? You got to have respect for them, because these are the people we're going to have to depend on. I mean, we're not going to be depending on pharmacists and doctors anymore. The modern doctors and stuff that we're used to having, they're not going to be available. You can't be pissing off your root worker, pissing off your person who's supposed to be doing your spiritual work for you. You got to humble yourself and bow down to them. You can't taunt them and make a mockery out of them, because you just don't necessarily know what spirit, you understand, what God, what angel is watching over them. You just never know. And a lot of the times when you're dealing with mystics and stuff like that, and you say, oh man, I met a misfortune when I was around this person, I'm going to stop you and ask you, what did you do to him? Can't piss them off. It ain't necessarily them doing the work. It's their spirits. So if you ever went to any kind of root work, any kind of spiritualist, and you met an unfortunate demise, you find yourself winding up in hospitals and stuff like that, it is because you pissed off the spirits. Hello? And some people may be doing work on an individual and wondering, how come it's not working? These people got angels watching over them. And ain't nobody necessarily got to do anything to you because you doing bad work on a person. Because you just wasting your money. You wasting your money and wondering how come they ain't dead yet. So you celebrate the problems that they have in their lives. You just take credit for that. Maybe that'll pacify you and make you feel okay. But you just got to be careful who you're doing your work on. Some folks you just ain't going to be able to kill them. And here we go. We're in the age of Aquarius. Well, you got to bow down. Not only bow down to the spiritual worker that you're seeking help from, but you got to motherfucking bow down to the ancestors and all of their gods. Bow down. And I'd like to give this shout out to Aconite. Aconitum Nepalis. Check that flower out. I'm not telling you to use it. I'm just telling you. Educate yourself on that. Okay? Also, meet me at the crossroads. You won't be lonely. And I just put a necklace out and somebody purchased it. Thank you for purchasing the Witch's Astral Ball. Thank you so much. I'm getting ready to stock the website back up. I have the card deck in there. That I drew and I created with the help of the spirits if you're interested in it, okay? So check that out too. It's on my website. Some of you all had expressed interest in purchasing it. It is there for you right now. There's only one. Matter of fact, I sold the one here that is on the website. It was sold. And so I went ahead and printed out another one to put on the website because I do need to put some merch on it. But, that's a one of a kind. I won't be doing that deck anymore. Okay. That's the second series. I use the third series when I do readings. I've already completed the fourth series. I'm just ready to get it printed out. In the fourth series, I'm going to try to get only one matching card system to that. I always do that, meaning that you got one and I got one, and there will be no others like it. Okay? Okay, so bye-bye, honeys. Until we meet again. Oh, but I do need to say this too. I like to say this. There are a lot of people who are listening to my phone call spying or what have you. Some of them are, screenwriters that need ideas. Some of them are authors that need ideas. Some of them are just being nosy. I mean, it's a plethora of people. Some of them might be the CIA. Some of it may be government officials, elites, or what have you, that want to know how I know. And when I know it's coming. I just want to let you know this right here. You don't have to pay companies to spy on me. You don't have to pay $50, $60, $70, $100 to spy on me. Give me the money and I'll give you the information that you need. Just pay me. Okay. Bye-bye, honey.